Hey guys, so now that you have completed all of your image corrections and adjustments for exercise 4, now let me show you how to prepare for print. So go ahead and go to File, New. We want to set up an 8.5 by 11 in a vertical format. So that's going to be your letter solution with 8.5 by 11 inches, vertical format, 300 resolution. Go ahead and leave it in your RGB and make sure you have a white background. Now for your naming system, go ahead and name it the same way, which is E for exercise 4, last name, first name, capitalizing those first and last initials. Go ahead and do an underscore and print the word print. That way you know this is the one that you want to print. Go ahead and choose create. Now we need to place these images in. Now according to the exercise instructions, I want you to do a 1-inch margin, but if you need to, you can go down to a 1/2 inch, and that's fine too. So go ahead and check to make sure you have your rulers. If you do not have your rulers, go to View and go down to where it shows rulers. Mine currently has a check mark because it's open, but if yours doesn't, go ahead and click there or hit the shortcut, which is Control or Command R. Once you have that up, go ahead and click and drag and pull your margins down. So I'm going to go ahead and set my guides up with a 1 inch all the way around. Now remember, these will not print. So even if they're there, when you go to print, these are non-printing guides. So the first thing I want to do is place my first corrected image. So I'm going to go to File, Place, and I'm going to go ahead and do Embedded, so everything's ready for print. And I'm going to go ahead and choose my number 1 and place. Now for this video, mine is a vertical format, but for your exercise, all of your images are the same size in a horizontal format. So everything should line up beautifully. Now, I recommend going to about a little over 1¼ inch if I did my measurements correctly, based on the fact that we have roughly 9 inches available. But because this is the vertical format, I'm going to stick with this one being 2 inches completely. But for all your horizontal ones, you probably want to do a little bit, just a hair less. So I'm going to stick with around 2 for this one here. And then for the next one, we are doing a horizontal transformation. Now, in case that wasn't clear, go ahead and File, Place, Embedded. Choose your image, E4 Hurley 2, place. When you place, it has your image here. It already has bounding box around it, so you can size it before you OK it. You don't have to transform it after. All I'm doing is going to the corner, holding down Shift to keep my proportions accurate, and dragging my image down. It shows in that little window what size I'm doing, and since I'm concentrating on my height, not my width, I can go ahead and see. Now this one here, I'm going to do a little less than 2 inches, so I'm going to go to 1.8. Close enough, and choose OK. If you select the Move tool or the check mark, either one is fine, and it will get you to this place. Now that I've go ahead and placed my image here, now when I place my next one, by going to File, Place Embedded, and I choose my third image, I can go ahead and line it up roughly around here, and then when I drag and hold down Shift, it will lock to the next size or close to, and then I know they match. Again, you can choose your Move tool, or you can choose your check mark, and you can move down. So keeping my spaces consistent. Now I'm going to go to my next image here by File, Place, Embedded, and then I'm going to go down to my fourth image and place. And let's go ahead and move that image over. Again, I'm holding down Shift and dragging it down and place. Now once I've done this, now I can go ahead and choose Auto Select here on my options bar, so that way when I hover the image that I want to move, it will automatically change what layer I'm on. So with Auto Select, now I can grab my bench layer and move that one down a little bit, and then I can move my image down here a little bit just to give a little bit more breathing room, so make sure everything looks pretty consistent. Now that I have my images laid out, now we need to put our original images right next to this. So I'm going to go to File, again, Place Embedded, and I'm going to choose my original images. So I'm going to start with my sky. Now these ones I can do a little bit smaller than my original. They're just more for reference. And then I can hit File, Place Embedded for my statue. Again, holding down Shift, looking at my alignment, and matching them up. And then File, Place. Let's do my casting image. Holding down Shift. And my little window image. Next, I'm going to do my bench. And this one again is just the original one that has the potted flower in it. So it's just one image. Again, just a smaller version of it. And just have it line up a bit here. Next, I'm going to place my original pool image by going to File, Place Embedded, and choose Pool and Place. Again, I only changed the color of the water, nothing else about the image. All right, so now you clearly see how I laid everything out. Now, in the exercise instructions, it does mention utilizing the type tool to type your name. This is not necessary since your name is in the back of the form. We will address type in a future video. But if you would like to type your name, go ahead and choose the type tool and click. This is very similar to Illustrator. Make sure you set up your point size. Probably around 10 to 12 would work fine. Choose the font that works best for you. I'm going to just go with a basic Arial. Set up your color and your right justification, and then go ahead and type your name. If you'd like to hit return and choose to write exercise 4, there you go. I go ahead and select the move tool or the check mark, either one is fine. With the move tool selected, you can now move your text around to fit in the form. And now you've successfully completed your exercise. Now, the next stage is you'll want to print this. I recommend if you don't have Photoshop, you save this as a PDF. To do that, you go to File, Save As, which I always recommend you doing anyway as a Photoshop version, and hit Save. Then, when you're ready, choose File, Save As again, and this time choose, rather than Photoshop, go down to Photoshop PDF. This will be what you want to take. You do not need to keep your layers for this one. and go ahead, and this one is what you'll take to the printer. Here you'll find all the PDF presets. Once you have this, go ahead and choose Save PDF. This is just a warning to let you know about the editing capabilities for older versions. Once you're ready, choose Yes. And now you're ready to print. Make sure you include your rubric in the lower right-hand corner of the back of the exercise, and next time bring it to class.